Summary of Atomic Habits by James Clear. If you're aiming to realign your life, Atomic Habits provides a straightforward framework for enhancing your life each day. James Clear, a leading authority on habit formation, outlines strategies to help you develop positive habits and eliminate negative ones. You'll discover how small daily actions can significantly impact your life and future. If changing your habits feels challenging, it's not you, it's your system. Your brain is wired to complete tasks that are easy and offer instant gratification. Fortunately, James Clear offers a proven system to help you transform your habits and elevate your life. Through this book, you'll learn how to find time for new habits, overcome a lack of motivation and willpower, design your environment to facilitate success, and understand how tracking your habits and finding an accountability partner can boost your success. Chapter 1. Why Small Habits Can Make a Big Difference. In the quest for success, many people fixate on the end goal rather than the journey to achieve it, believing that big decisions will lead them to their final destination. However, this is far from the truth. In reality, a daily improvement of just 1% can make you 37 times better over time. Conversely, a daily decline of 1% can reduce you to nearly zero. In other words, it's the small habits that matter and create the most significant impact. For example, a plane flying from Los Angeles to New York requires a precise degree of direction. If the pilot were to adjust the course just 3.5 degrees south, the change would be so minor that many might not notice. However, upon landing, passengers would end up in Washington, D.C. instead of New York. Small changes often go unnoticed initially, but their long-term effects can be substantial. For instance, having a slice of pizza won't immediately affect your health, but if you eat pizza every night for a year, you'll likely see weight gain. Similarly, a single 30-minute yoga class won't instantly get you into shape, but consistent small habits lead to significant results. The results in life are essentially a measure of our habits. A person's net worth reflects their financial habits, just as health reflects daily habits related to diet and exercise. Time amplifies the gap between success and failure, which is why our daily choices have a more significant impact than we realize. To predict your future, simply follow the trajectory of your daily choices. Bad habits can be just as impactful as good habits in shaping our lives. Thus, understanding how to design your daily habits to work in your favor is crucial. The key lies in making tiny changes in behavior that, when repeated, lead to significant results. Chapter 2. How Habits Are Formed. Have you ever started a good habit, like exercising or meditating, only to find it becomes a hassle after a few days or weeks? Changing habits is challenging because many people attempt to do so in the wrong way or focus on the wrong aspects. To alter our habits, we must first understand their formation, which can be broken down into 4 steps: cue, craving, response, and reward. Consider what you do when you enter your car. You likely insert the key, fasten your seatbelt, check your mirrors, and drive without thinking much about it. This routine has become instinctive and automatic due to repetition. Habits start with a cue or trigger that prompts action. For example, getting into your car triggers the action of driving. The second step involves craving a change in state, such as wanting to reach your destination. The response is to put the car in drive and move. The final step is the reward, which is the sense of relief or satisfaction from arriving safely. This habit loop applies to many daily habits, like brushing your teeth in the morning. Your cue might be eating breakfast or drinking coffee, leading to a craving to feel fresh and clean. Your response is to head to the bathroom and prepare your toothbrush, and your reward is a fresh mouth ready for the day. The cue initiates a craving, motivating a response, which is then rewarded, reinforcing the connection between the cue and the habit. Our behaviors are driven by a desire to solve a problem, which is part of the cue and craving phases. For example, if your phone buzzes with a new text message, the cue is the phone buzzing. The craving is the desire to read the message, the response is grabbing and unlocking your phone, and the reward is reading the message. While some habits are harmless, unhealthy or bad habits can become more challenging to break over time. Understanding the habit loop is crucial for replacing cues, cravings, responses, and rewards to establish better habits. Chapter 3. Make it obvious. When it comes to cues, such as a phone buzzing or drinking coffee, we are prompted to check messages or brush our teeth. Once you understand how stimuli can influence your actions, you can manipulate your cues to build better habits. For instance, Anne Thorndike, a primary care physician at Massachusetts General Hospital in Boston, aimed to improve the eating habits of hospital staff and visitors by altering their environment. She replaced soda with bottled water in refrigerators near cash registers and added bottled water to every drinking station across the cafeteria. Over 3 months, bottled water sales increased by 25.8%, while soda sales fell by 11.4%. By making simple changes, people made healthier choices because the cue to drink water became more prominent than the cue for soda. Vision is the most powerful sensory ability in humans, with nearly 10 million of our 11 million sensory receptors dedicated to sight. Therefore, small changes in what we see can lead to significant changes in behavior. To leverage this, design your environment to support your habits. For example, if you want to practice guitar, avoid keeping it in a closet. Instead, place it prominently in a room. To eat healthier, keep snacks on the counter rather than hiding them in the pantry. If you want to work out more, lay out your workout clothes and sneakers the night before so they are visible when you wake up. Creating visual cues can focus attention on desired habits. Additionally, practice implementation intentions by planning when, where, and how you will accomplish a task. For instance, a study found that voters who planned their voting time and transportation were more likely to vote. Similarly, instead of saying you'll exercise more often, plan specific times, such as attending spin class on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and keep a workout bag in the front seat of your car for visibility. Chapter 4. Make it attractive. Daily, we are exposed to advertisements designed to make products like clothing, food, and home goods more appealing. Society often showcases idealized versions of reality through enhanced photographs and exaggerated features to attract consumers. The same principle applies to our habits. The more appealing something is, the more likely we are to adopt it as a habit. When engaging in pleasurable activities like eating or sex, our brains release dopamine, a hormone associated with pleasure. Dopamine is also released in anticipation of these activities, encouraging us to partake and rewarding us with positive feelings. Recall the excitement of Christmas morning as a child. Anticipating gifts and Santa led to a dopamine release, associating Christmas with joy. While some pleasurable activities can become addictive and detrimental to health, like sex, drugs, or food, understanding how to harness this knowledge for forming healthy habits is crucial. Make habits you look forward to, increasing the likelihood of following through. One strategy is temptation bundling, which involves linking an enjoyable activity with a necessary one. For example, Ronan Byrne, an engineering student in Ireland, wanted to exercise more but wasn't motivated. He enjoyed watching Netflix, so he modified an exercise bike to play Netflix only if he cycled at a certain speed. This combined a disliked activity with a liked one, making exercise more appealing. You don't need to be an engineer to apply this concept. Simply watch your favorite shows while on the treadmill or reward yourself with Netflix after achieving work goals to make habits more attractive. Chapter 5. Make it easy. Jerry Usleman, a professor at the University of Florida, assigned his film photography students a project to be submitted by the end of the semester. He divided them into 2 groups. One was graded on the quantity of photos submitted, while the other was graded on the quality of a single photo. The quantity group earned better grades because creating numerous photos allowed them to refine their skills, while the quality group focused on perfecting one photo. This principle applies to habits as well. Often people get caught up in finding the perfect approach and never take action. Instead of worrying about the time required to form a habit, make it easy and take action. Humans tend to be motivated by ease. Habits requiring less effort are more likely to be repeated. Making a difficult habit easy might seem challenging, but various tips can simplify even the toughest habits. For instance, sending celebration cards is a nice habit, but involves effort that creates friction. The author's wife addressed this by buying cards in bulk and storing them at home, making it easier to follow through. Similarly, breaking a bad habit involves making it impractical. For example, to stop watching TV after work, unplug the TV and remove the remote batteries. This makes it less likely you'll go through the effort to watch TV, helping you focus on forming a new, healthier habit. Another approach is the 2-minute rule. Start small and make the habit easy to begin. Instead of setting a goal to study for hours, start by opening your notes. If you want to do yoga, begin by taking out your yoga mat. Breaking habits into simple steps makes them easier to establish and increases the likelihood of forming lasting habits. Chapter 6. Make it satisfying. To make a habit stick, it must be satisfying. Successful companies understand this principle and leverage it effectively. For example, toothpaste manufacturers found that adding a minty flavor led to greater success. Mint made the act of brushing teeth enjoyable by providing a satisfying, fresh feeling. Without this satisfaction, the habit might not be repeated consistently. In the 1990s, Stephen Luby, a public health researcher in Karachi, Pakistan, managed to reduce cases of diarrhea by 52%, pneumonia by 48%, and skin infections by 35%. His success came from introducing high-quality soap, which made hand-washing a more pleasant experience. The premium soap, which lathered well and had a pleasant scent, made hand-washing enjoyable and encouraged people to adopt it as a regular habit. While some habits, like hand-washing or brushing teeth, provide immediate satisfaction, others may involve delayed rewards. For instance, the gratification of receiving a paycheck comes only at the end of the month, not daily. Similarly, the results of consistent gym workouts, such as weight loss and muscle toning, may not be visible for weeks or months. Conversely, habits that offer instant gratification can have delayed consequences like smoking, which provides immediate relief but may lead to long-term health issues. To counteract the delayed rewards of positive habits, try to link them with immediate gratification. For example, a friend of the author wanted to stop eating out to save money and improve health. They opened a savings account labeled Trip to Europe and transferred $50 into it every time they skipped a meal out. Seeing the money accumulate provided immediate satisfaction, reinforcing the habit of saving and ultimately funding their trip. Chapter 7. The importance of habit tracking. Tracking progress is essential when forming new habits or breaking bad ones. Visual evidence of progress helps maintain motivation, especially when results are delayed. Habit tracking is a simple yet powerful technique. Benjamin Franklin, for instance, successfully tracked his habits using a booklet where he recorded adherence to 13 personal virtues. This visual diary helped him stay accountable and make progress. A straightforward method is to use a calendar to mark off days when you complete your desired habits. Tracking habits visually not only makes progress more apparent but also turns the process into a satisfying experience. Research indicates that individuals who track their goals, such as weight loss or quitting smoking, tend to see better results compared to those who don't. Additionally, having an accountability partner or a habit contract can significantly enhance your chances of success. Immediate consequences, whether positive or negative, influence behavior. For instance, students are more likely to attend classes if it impacts their grades, knowing the direct consequences of their absence. Applying this principle to personal habits, Brian Harris, an entrepreneur, created a habit contract to motivate himself to work out. He enlisted his wife and personal trainer to hold him accountable with financial penalties for not tracking his food intake or weighing himself. This approach worked because he was concerned about both the financial repercussions and his commitment to his wife and trainer. Having someone to hold you accountable can be a powerful motivator. This is why habit contracts and accountability partners are effective in building and maintaining healthy habits. Final summary. Many people think that major changes are necessary for success, but it's the small daily habits that make the most significant impact. The small actions you take each day shape the person you will become. Adopting healthy habits is crucial for living a long and successful life, though it can be challenging to form new ones. Fortunately, there are effective strategies to help you establish new habits. The 4 laws of habit formation are to make habits obvious, attractive, easy, and satisfying. By ensuring your habits are aligned with these principles, you'll be more likely to sustain them. Moreover, an accountability partner and a habit contract can further support you in creating positive habits or eliminating negative ones. This has been a summary of Atomic Habits by James Clear.